This
Start.
conference will now be recorded.
Then can I do it? Where is the button? I don't know how to push this. Many months left. Wait, why it is not? Oh, sorry. I want to push this little away, but I don't know how to do this. It's okay. I think we can see, no? Yeah, we can see now. So, before I start this, I want to inform you two things. One is this is my last lecture to the online classes regarding the Nagarjuna MABS 7. Next week, Dr. Vita Kumara will teach you. Dr. Vita Kumara will teach you. So you have to join with him and listen to his lecture also. Actually, I have been given only 10 hours, 20 hours for him, 20 hours for him. But don't worry, two assignments I'm going to mark, and final exam also. You can choose four questions from my lessons. 4 questions for my lessons. Maybe only 2 for him. So you are free to choose. You are free to choose for the final exam. So you don't need to be so much worried about that. He's also very clever and a good teacher. Other thing is, what is the other thing? Wait, I forgot that. Today, I'm going to discuss about the two assignments. Last time, one monk inquired about that. Today, I couldn't send you the outline of the course unit, but many times I have sent you. So you know the two topics actually. You know the two topics already. I wanted to tell you something else also. I don't know which one. I forgot to tell you, right? This time I have sent you that Bula Madhyamika Karika's some important pages. I copied them from the Professor Y. Karunadasa's book, Bula Madhyamika, Professor Kalupahana's book. So you can read and try to understand some important slokas and their translations, and also Professor Kalupahana's comment, what we talk and discuss in the previous lessons. So you have to you try to read and try to understand, that is better. The other thing is, you know that I have to teach all the MABS 52 course. Professor Oliver will not teach, is sick. So I have to look after, I have to cover all the topics of the MABS 52. You have to keep in mind. That course is not much difficult one, but the area is very wide. So we have to continue Thursday, I think 12 o'clock. So after this week, I will not going to teach you this course. Other Dr. Vitakumara will teach you. So today, I hope you know two assignments, name of the two assignments already. Two topics of the two assignments. One is dedicated, one is about the dedicated verse. Other one is the Sunya in Pali literature. Sunyata in Pali literature. Sunyata. So today we are going to discuss about these two topics. Actually, dedicated verse we have already done before. So today we are going to little bit discuss again how to write the assignment with that topic. First, we are going to discuss about Sunyata in Pali, early Buddhism. Sunyata in early Buddhism, or Sunyata in Pali literature. Sunyata in early Buddhism and Pali literature. Question can ask in different way, but the basic idea is content is same. Pali literature, though, even we call Pali literature, including the early Buddhism. Early Buddhism also written in Pali Buddhism, Pali language, but some I know some Mahayana scholars say Sanskrit language also written in early Buddhism. So there are so many differences, but normally we accepted Pali literature. Pali language is the language used to write early Buddhist books from the beginning. From the beginning. So today we are going to discuss, because Sunya concept is the main part of or main teaching of the Madhyamaka Karika or Nagarjuna's philosophy. So that is why we discuss about Sunyata. Pali term is Sunyata, also Sunyata. Sanskrit is Shunyata. Shunyata. Actually, I couldn't put here the diacritical marks correctly. Maybe later in the below, we can see the correct how to write with the diacritical mark. If I put now here, maybe change a lot of things. That is why I wait. Yeah, if I try, maybe not good. Sunyata. So our question is whether the concept of sunyata, or in Sanskrit shunyata, is new to early Buddhism or Pali Buddhism. That is the question. In other words, does the Pali Buddhism or early Buddhism know sunyata or shunyata concept? Shunyata concept. Because some scholars written and said in their books, the concept of shunyata or shunyata was innovated by the Nagarjuna. Not the Buddha. It means the Hinayana Buddhist literature doesn't know about the concept of shunyata or shunyata. So just innovated by the Nagarjuna. So this is the basic question we have to address. So whether Pali Buddhism or early Buddhism completely ignorant about this concept or not. So one of that famous scholar is the Serbatsky, Theodore Serbatsky. You can see his here, Theodore Serbatsky. So his idea regarding this very special, he said the below part, you see, that the whole Oedipus of early Buddhism, I can't read this side because, oh, it's coming, no? Oh, no, it's not coming. I don't know how to do that. Never mind. Stunned by his this new doctrine, Shunyata put forward by Acharya Nagarjuna. You know, Sabatsky's very famous book called Central Conception of Buddhism. Central Conception of Buddhism. It's a very famous book available in our library also. You can find and read. A very good one. So in that book, Theodore Serbatsky says that this after writing Mula Madhyama Karika by the Nagarjuna, introducing this new concept of Shunyata to Buddhism, early Buddhism was smashed, collapsed down. Early Buddhism no more, useless, because this concept is very strong and wide that early Buddhist suttas no any reference, so no, they don't know about that, like that. So Sabatsky idea is very unique. Page number 1, 2, 3. Then the Murti, Indian scholar, T.R.V. Murti, Central Philosophy of Buddhism is book name. He also opines the same idea. You see, Madhyamika philosophy claim of attraction, the system which created the revolution in the French. He said that Copernicus revolution happened. You see, he declared the Copernican revolution. Philosophy was brought about by the Madhyamaka tradition. Copernicus theory. You know the Copernicus theory is here. You know, Earth moved round the sun. That the whole of the astronomical science took a new turn. Copernicus found that all the planets, including the Earth, moved around the sun. But before idea was sun is moving around the other planets. Copernicus found that all the planets, including the Earth, moved around the sun. There's a new findings or new scientific innovation or scientific finding by the Copernicus. After that finding, all the astrological science took a new turn, change, basis change. So same thing happened too after finding Shunyata concept by Nagarjuna. All the Buddhism was turned up and down. Buddhism has been turned up and down. You know the up and down, no? Turn up and down. Turn up and down. Who is there? Right? So all the Buddhism, early Buddhism was turned up and down because of this Nagarjuna's new concept called Shunyata. That is how Murti mentioned in his book regarding this Shunyata concept. So these two authors' interpretation was very unique, and it was little harmful, not little actually, very big damage or harmful to the early Buddhism and also Pali Buddhism. They said the Sunyata concept of Nagarjuna is completely new to Buddhism. Even the Buddha or early Buddhist books, no any reference given to the concept of Shunyata. So our very famous scholar, he passed away, W.S. Karunaratna, he has written a very important book. Book name is, I have mentioned some, yes, causality. The theory of causality. Theory of causality, this one. Now it is published, but for a long time it was not published. He criticized these two scholars' views, pointed out that both Sarbatsky and Murthy are wrong. Both Sarbatsky and Murthy are wrong. And he said that a literal and philosophical senses of this already clearly attested in Pali text. Literal meaning and also philosophical meaning is in the Pali text itself with this Sunyata concept. He further explained that original meaning of sunya, that is how we write in Pali way, sunya, right? And Sanskrit, shunya. Little different diacritical marks, this thing. So meaning of is philosophic and has the sense of empty, uninhabited, useless, because sunya, empty and void, frequently used in the sense of devoid, quality or character, devoid of quality or character. That is a very good idea he forwarded here. Then he pointed out many references in Pali books regarding this Sunyata concept. So I hope now you can see, no? Yes. So the development, Loka Sutta of the Sangyutta Nikaya. Sangyutta Nikaya, there is a one sutta called Loka. Sangyutta Nikaya, Loka Sutta. Thus, this Venerable Ananda approached the Blessed One and said to him, so Venerable Ananda came to the Buddha and said to him, Venerable Sir, it is said, empty is the world. Empty is the world. In that way, Venerable Sir, is it said, empty is the world. So better you learn this Pali quotation little bit, at least some words. Sunyo loko ti bhante uchchati, kittavatanuko bhante sunyo loko ti uchchati. Venerable Sir, world is sunya, sunya. So in what way? In what way the Buddha, in what way the world is empty? That is the Venerable Ananda's question. In other words, what is the sunya? What is the meaning by sunyata? In your idea, he asked the Buddha. Then Buddha explained what is sunyata. What is the meaning of sunyata? It is ananda because it is empty of self. That word is very important. Self means soul or atta. Soul or atta. Empty of soul. Empty means no, not no, or devoid. Empty of self. Empty of self, empty of soul, empty of atta. Or what belongs to atta. What belongs to atta. Empty of what belongs to atta. That is said, empty is the world. In that way, said that empty is the world. World is loka. So why Buddha said that world is empty? Because there is nothing to be taken as soul or something related to soul. Neither soul nor even a small thing related to soul. In that sense, world is sunya, world is empty. That is the very good idea you have to keep in mind. Keep in mind. Now, so I am pointing out early Buddhism. Samyutta Nikaya belongs to the early Buddhist book. Loka Sutta is in that book. So early Buddhism has mentioned about the sunya concept, sunyata concept, right? So this is the one of the big place in our suttas. You can see Buddha has explained very clearly what is the meaning of sunya. Sunya is sunya is selfless or anything less of no anything called uh, sunyata. After in the wait, මම මේ පොඩි පාඩමක ඉන්න පස්සේ ගන්නවද? පැය දෙකකින්. So that is very important. Yasmacha Ananda Attenava. You see, Atta means soul. Attaniyenava. Attaniyenava. Attaniya means something related to soul. Attaniya means something related to soul. Either soul or something related to soul, nothing. In that sense, the world is empty, or sunya. So, very clear that Buddha's explanation regarding the soul. Then I can put it here. Okay. So this usage of sunya is very clearly philosophic in meaning and brings out the most earliest feature of the early Buddhist worldview, that there is nothing independent, discrete, self-existent, uncaused or permanent. So with this Sunyata Loka Sutta, the concept of early Buddhist term sunya, very clear. It's a philosophic meaning. It has a philosophic meaning that there is nothing in the world can be taken as soul or atta. In other words, independent, discrete, self-existent, uncaused, everything happen caused or permanent. Everything in the world is impermanent, causal, caused, originated by the cause, and independent, not interdependent, interdependent, nothing in the world, not out of Paticca actually. All are based on the cause and reasoning, system of cause and reasoning, cause and result, system of cause and effect, or cause and result, based on the Paticca system. That dependent origination, dependent origination. You know that system. So that is why there is no atta or atta or soul. So Mogaraja, another place in the Pali early Buddhist books is a Sutta Nipada. Mogaraja Manava Pucca Sutta of the Sutta Nipada. Sutta Nipada is a very little old book among other early Buddhist sources. Sutta Nipada, little bit older than other suttas. So in that sutta also said that Mogaraja, one of the king. Mogaraja means one of the king. Name of the king is Moga. Raja is king. So he came to Buddha and he asked, Katang lokang avekkantang machu raja napassati. Katang lokang avekkantang machu raja napassati. He asked the Buddha, him that looks the world in which manner does the king of death not see? Very very clear, all right? Though he asked that, Mogaraj asked the Buddha, person who in which way look into the world, person who look into the world, in which way look into the world cannot be seen by the Mara. So Mara cannot see that such a person. Which person who can, which way look into the world? He asked the question from the Buddha. Question from the Buddha. Then the Buddha answered very clearly. Sunyato lokang avekkasu mogaraja sadasato attanu ditting uhacca evam machu tarosia evam lokang avekkantam machu raja napassati. So attanu ditting uhacca, that is the very important word. Attanu ditting uhacca, the person who look into the world without the dogmatic view of the self. You see the translation. Mogaraja being very mindful, look upon the world as void having rooted out the dogmatic view of the self. That is very important. The dogmatic view of the self. It means the attanu ditti. The ditti means view. Dogmatic view means ditti. Ditti of atta, dogmatic view. So without this dogmatic view, ditti of atta, look into the world is the person which that Mara cannot see. Until we have dogmatic view of the atta or self, Mara can control us. The king of the Mara can control us because we have dogmatic view of atta. Because all world people having dukkha and all this trouble because of the view of the atta. Atta means we have feeling that I, my and myself. I, my and myself. Dogmatic view of self. That dogmatic view coming because of the concept of atta. We think that inside our body there is a self. There is a atta. It's called I, my, and mine. So when one person rooted out, remove that concept, he's the Buddha, he's the Arahant actually. Arahant has no dogmatic view. Arahant has no dogmatic view. That is very important. That is why some people, you know, one thing, I am not going to, yeah, but this is very important, right? One day, I was, still, I was part of one religious organization in Sri Lanka. Actually, I'm the general secretary. It's called Religion for Peace. I have been participated in many multicultural conferences throughout the world. So, I want to remember the most venerable Professor Billangala Vimalratana Anunayaka Thero. He passed away 1 year ago, I think, by accident in the temple. One day he called and told me, Dhammajyoti, there is a big conference, so small conference, big conference in Borella, Charitas. You know, the Charitas is the famous Catholic organization, Caritas. Very powerful and very rich organization. All the bishops Sri Lanka, all the cream of the Catholic priest belongs to that Charitas. Then he asked me to go and participate this. He was supposed to go actually. He was supposed to go. You go and just represent me and come back. You have nothing. Then I asked, is there any, do I have to talk there? He said, no, no, you just light the oil lamp at the beginning, traditional oil lamp, and show that Buddhist monks is there and come back around 12. Then I was very happy, just go and I sat down in the conference. Oh, very big famous people in the country have come. I guess some European ambassadors were there. Ambassadors were there. Then I was very, then they invited me to talk on the Buddhist side. Then I was very surprised. I have to talk in English. And what should I talk there? What should I talk there? Then I suddenly remember the difference between the Arahant and the normal person, Putakjana. Putakjana. Then I explained Buddhist concept of Arahant. Arahant has no dogmatic view of Atta. Arahant has no dogmatic view of Atta. Because of that, Arahant has no discrimination when one person come to him, before him, in front of him. Or this person Muslim, or this person Buddhist. No any discrimination or categorize. Only a human being to him. The Pruthakjana world, we think this is my person, my relatives, this is my country, or this is something like that. So I explained this deep concept of Arahant. Arahant has no that such kind of differentiation because of his because his mind is divided of dogmatic views. He has no dogmatic views of Atta. Atta. So the term Pruthak Jana also means that person who have dogmatic views. Pruthak means separate. Always normal people. This is my friend. This is my. We have separate. Mind is working like that, related to Atta. So, until we have that kind of concept in our mind, so the Mara can control us. Mara can control us. So that is why in this sutra says that until we have Attanu ditting uhacha. Uhacha means by control. Which one control? The concept of Atta. The concept of until the concept of Atta control us, the king of Mara can see us, control us. So Sunya means the divide of Attano Ditti, or the view of Atta, the view of Atta. So idea that there is no substance in substance, no substance in anything that is in the world. Substance. You have to understand some important terms. Atta, entity, substance, what else? Identity, individual. All these are very important terms. So divide of any substance, no substance in the world. So that is the world is Sunya. World is Sunya. Nothing to be taken as Atta. Until we take world as Atta, or everything as Atta, we have the feeling of I, my, and my. So then Mara can control us. Mara can see this where we were born in the human world, or which country, and Mara can control us until we have that concept. Arahant and Buddha has no that concept. So Mara cannot control them. Mm. So this idea is very philosophic, uh, very clear in the early Buddhist teachings. So in we have two famous suttas in the Pali Majjhima Nikaya. Mm. Majjhima Nikaya. Now you see that Murthy and the Sabasi said Pali Buddhism is very ignorant, blind. They don't know. They don't know anything about the Sunya. But now I am going to point out there are many places in Pali literature and early Buddhism discuss this concept, use the term as it is, Sunyata and Sunya, in our Pali text, in our Pali Theravada Buddhism. You see, uh, Buddha said once Venerable Ananda asked, Venerable in one very particular place, calm and quiet place, Venerable Ananda, his helper asked, Venerable Buddha, Venerable Sir, in which way or in which uh, way you are thinking more and more, right? Then Buddha answered, formerly. Formerly means before, I, Ananda, as well as now, even before and even now, through abiding in the concept of emptiness. Sunyata viharena. Sunyata viharena. That is very. Bahulang is more and more. Sunyata vihara means abide in the fullness of thereof. Or abide, emptiness, abiding in the emptiness, You see, abiding in the emptiness. Abide means, we attach or live on. Always I am thinking the world is thinking the concept of emptiness. The concept of emptiness means no soul. All these are exist according to the system of dependent origination. There is nothing to be taken as I, my, and mine because no atta. Then people has a lot of sorrow because of the concept of atta, thinking this thing and that thing. The world, he can see the world without the concept of atta. His mind is so free, like a bird. So Buddha said that most of the time, even before and now, I am abiding. I am living on. I am living on the concept of emptiness. Abiding means living on, right? Full of empty, that concept. It's like a meditation, actually. It's a meditation. The world is sunya, nothing to be taken as atta. So I don't want to worry about I, my, and mine. There is a practice of way of practicing the deleting our defilements, attachments to the world. So in early Buddhism, Buddha said that's the concept of sunyasa, the way of practicing meditation, the meditational system in our suttas in early Buddhism, Pali Buddhism. So that's very unique. So Pali Buddhism has talked enough, more about the concept of sunyata, not like Rabaxi and the Murti say Pali Buddhism and early Buddhism completely turn upside down because of the sunyata. Because this Pali Buddhism or Holy Buddhism did not know anything about this concept. But you see, in our Tripitaka itself has many reference regarding the concept of sunyata. So this is post-canonical. Canonical means Tripitaka, early Buddhism. This is post-canonical. After Tripitaka, we call it commentaries. We call this Pali commentaries. They also use the term sunya in many places. So Patisambhida Magga, Patisambhida Magga uses the term Sunya in almost 25 different contexts. 25 different contexts. The term can be found in 25 different contexts. In the text, Sunyata Kata. Sunyata Kata Yuganda Vagga. Patisambhida Magga is a book. Book. So that Patisambhida Magga, that book, Pali book, mentioned is a commentary. Sunyata Kata. It's a topic of the chapter, Sunyata Kata. 25 different contexts, 25 places. It is mentioned in commentary. Now, before these are within the Pali text, within the Pali canon or a Tripitaka. Now I am moving to our commentary, Pali commentary. You know, when you do a research or a study, first is Pali canon, Pali Tripitaka. Second is Pali commentary. Then the Pali sub-commentary. So these three areas are very important. Fourth one is the Pali compendiums, Mahavansa, Deepavansa, like that. So now we are moving to the second step called commentaries, Pali commentaries. So Patisambhida Magga used this term in 25 different contexts. Visuddhi Magga also explained. So another very famous book is Visuddhi Magga. Visuddhi Magga explains Sunyata as a universal doctrine applicable to everything in the universe. Then it uses the concept of Sunya in a twofold way to show that everything is devoid of any kind of substance or anything substantial. So here you see I told you substance, entity, essence, identity, individual, atta, soul, so many terms we can input here. The basic idea is devoid of any such things of the matter and everything, actually both individual and matter, devoid of any kind of substance. So Visuddhi Magga also explain this. The term Sunya in many places. So Professor W.S. Karunaratne, so he said that the Sunya concept was quite developed in Pali Buddhism before it found reference in Mahayana and Madhyamaka text. That is the important thing. Because Murthy and Sabatsky and many other scholars in recent past, they said that Pali Buddhism does not know anything about the Sunya concept. So the W.S. Karunaratne pointed out, no, Pali Buddhism has talked enough of this concept. So he said that Pali Buddhism has talked this concept before the Mahayana and the Madhyamaka text. So it is not the innovation of Mahayanist or an Nagarjuna. This is a gradual development of the term and the concept within the Buddhist history. As other terms happen, other terms developed by the Mahayana Buddhist traditions, but originally it was in the Pali text or early Buddhism. Many concepts are like that. Ale Vijnana, all these things are, there's some link or base in our Pali Buddhism. So, so you can read this. This list also tell us, confirm our view that Theravada teaching on Sunyata. The list is mean that the Visuddhi Magga and other places, there are so many lists of Sunyata, the concept of Sunyata. Theravada teaching on Sunyata is considerably well developed Theravada teaching on Sunyata is considerably well developed, and that the Sunyata of Madhyamaka does not. Therefore, represent a development that is altogether new in the history of Buddhist thought. Mm. So, Pali Buddhism has developed idea about this. So, very briefly, thank you very much. Very briefly, I explain uh, how so many scholars, especially two scholars, blame viewed that early Buddhism and Pali Buddhism doesn't know about the Sunyata. It's like a Copernicus revolution regarding the planet system. Nagarjuna, after finding this, it was happened or collapsed down or become vain. Early Buddhism become vain, useless, because this concept is the very marvelous concept. Then our famous scholar, now he passed away long time ago, very young stage. W.S. Karnaratha went out, no, Pali Buddhism has this concept, well-developed concept, well-developed concept. But later Nagarjuna and Mahayanis develop it further, is okay. We have to accept that. But if they blame that, completely ignorant, this concept, the Pali Buddhism is not correct, not correct. So actually, Reverend, you know that my thesis for the PhD in China is about this. So my book has been published in English and also in Chinese. So Chinese one very difficult to find in Sri Lanka because it was published in Taiwan. Even I have no the copy. So the English one is available in our library and some bookshops also. I have sent you also the some part of my first chapter with this email. You can read all of these places and very clearly. You don't want to worry about too much. Very basic, simple idea you have to write for your assignment. Maybe 5 pages, 6 pages is enough. Some Chinese and Vietnamese student, I know they are not. They face trouble with Pali and Sanskrit slokas, quotations. But if this is not the exam in the exam hall, no, so you have to at least, you cannot, if you cannot remember, but you can copy this important quotations from uh, my document and put in your uh, assignment, because you should know at least, even looking at your books, with your books you should know this Pali term is relevant to this place, this Sanskrit sloka is relevant to this place, like that actually. So my suggestion is try to add as far as you can do it. Rather you say you think that Pali Sanskrit very bad, I don't know. No, you can try to do that. Quotations are given here. No, many books give you the quotations. So now it's clear, right? One topic for the assignment is this. I have already sent that two topics to you with the last week email. You can check again. Very clearly I have written the topic. Then you can write and submit your assignment to me anytime. Anytime. Okay. Do you have any question regarding this lecture? Anyone want to question me? 9 persons are here. No question? Okay. No question is I'm a good teacher. I'm a good teacher. Then I will show you this one. I have sent the use of the term sunya in Pali literature. This one also I have sent you altogether here. How many pages? Altogether here. 13 pages, no? 13 pages. So this is the detail one. Just now I told you all the divisions are given here. So you can try to read and take some points and details from this paper and finish your assignment. This is very easy for you. After reading this, everything is here. So you can decide it, right? Then the other one is dedicated reverse. Where is that dedicated reverse? This one. Give me 1 second. It's a break for you also. 1 minute. Okay. So now we move to second. I think everybody around, everybody is okay, right? Yes. So the second question for the assignment is the dedicated reverse, about the dedicated reverse, right? So this is dedicated reverse of the Mula Madhyamaka Karika. Mula Madhyamaka Karika for the first sloka or the first verse or the first stanza. You know, many words we use to recognize the first sloka of Sanskrit books, right? So Pali we say Gata. In Sanskrit we don't say Gata. In Sanskrit we say Sloka. Sloka. English verse stanza. So dedicated verse we have explained before. We have talked about this dedicated verse before. So because of this dedicated verse, so Madhyamaka studies and became two divisions, two subdivisions of the Madhyamaka tradition called Prasangika and Swatantrika. You know it that. You see Prasangika and Swatantrika. So because this dedicated verse language calls for such two kind of understanding. That is the main reason. So you know that Anirodhang, Anutpadang, Anuchedang, Asaswatang, Anekartang, Mananartang, and Gama Anagamam, Anirgamam. All these are mutually contradicted adjectives. Mutually contradicted means if you say black object, opposite is the white, black and white, long and short. So meaning is something else. So similar to that, here use the mutually contradicted four terms. Actually, here you have four terms. That one term has mutually contradicted two adjectives. So meaning is very deep. Meaning is deep. All these adjectives are specify or qualify or a focus one teaching that is called Pratitya Samuppada. So to introduce Pratitya Samuppada, to explain the Pratitya Samuppada, Nagarjuna used self-contradicted four terms. That is very unique regarding the language, using the language. That is very unique. For the all Buddhism, Buddhist idea regarding the existence of the things included here. You see that even in Pali, we say that nacha so, nacha anyo. After person death, we ask which person will be born again, same person or new person. So in Pali books, say that nacha so, not the same, nacha anyo, not the new person, neither the same person nor the new person. So this is how Buddhism explained according to the dependent origination. Because we can't say completely a new person or a same person because things happening according to the dependent origination. Because of that, or causality, things are changing and continuing. So best way is that neither so and nacha so nacha anyo. In the same way here, say that Nagarjuna is the same point, same language. Non-ceasing, non-arising. Cease means stop. Arise means coming or starting. So it's ceasing and rising. Rising is two different meaning, like black and white. Black and white. Ceasing and arising. Non-annihilation and non-permanence, also self-contradicted. Non-identity and non-difference. Identity means same person. Non-difference means other person. Non-appearance and non-disappearance, also self-contradicted terms. For qualifying this Pratitya Samuppada. So Paticca Samuppada has these qualities, these characteristics. That is very important. And also all these are in accusative case or Dutiya terms. So because this noun object is in Dutiya, Pratitya Samuppada is in Dutiya case. So all these are Dutiya. So in that way, all these are adjectives to Pratitya Samuppada. Other two terms are for the Buddha. That is, Buddha preach such a deep and such a deep doctrine which can see the truth in the world. That is why Nagarjuna wanted to venerate Buddha, respect to the Buddha. To see that I salute him, fully enlightened one. Why? Venerate or salute the Buddha, respect the Buddha, because Buddha preached the causality, dependent origination. That dependent origination is like this. He explained with these adjectives. So that is very clear. Idea is very clear. But two groups Some scholars think that this dedicated reverse appears to be equivocal. It's not clear idea. Ideas is not clear. Therefore, two traditions started. Actually, they look this stanza in two different ways. That is why they saw different meaning. So that we can see the different meaning. Prasangika, Prasangika. One group called Prasangika. Actually, Prasanga means the logical terms used for the argument. Logical terms used for the argument. Like the sometimes we use some kind of logical terms for the argument to build the argument. These are the prasanga. Based on that logical terms, use the argument. Use the argument. Those group is called prasangikas. They only based on logical terms. Logical terms. So these prasangikas system refute others or opponents' logical terms, pointing out their self-contradictory nature of pointing out their self-contradiction. That is the prasangika system. They only one person come to me and say, Venerable Sir, tomorrow will rain. Tomorrow will rain because of I can see the wind coming with this side and so many causes he pointing out. He says tomorrow will rain. Then prasangikas look into that sentences and the meaning of there, and they try to refute. No, your sentence, your argument is this lack of this way and wrong in this way. So tomorrow will rain is a wrong thing. Then they ask, tomorrow will rain or not? What? How do you think? They don't say no. They are silent. Prasangikas are silent. So they have no self-view regarding the matter discussed. Regarding the truth in the world, Prasangika has no own views, self-views. That is they said that is the way that used by the Nagarjuna. Nagarjuna says that Nagarjuna did not have his own view. Did not have his own view regarding the truth. If then later that idea was developed by Chandrakirti, if Madhyamika has own view, he is not a Madhyamika. He is not a real Madhyamika. Madhyamika should not have a own view. If one want to be a Madhyamika, should not have a own view regarding anything. If he have own view, he is not a Madhyamika. That is their basic point. So this dedicated verse, using this dedicated verse, they said Nagarjuna did not say any his own view. He only contradicted he only pointed out the contradiction, and he rejected the others opponents views based on their sentences he used. So that is why Prasangika's idea. So Swatantrika means opposite of that. Swatantrika said no, Nagarjuna had his own view regarding the truth. That is Pratitya Samuppada. He said that according to Pratitya Samuppada, things are happening. That is the truth in the world. He did not reject the truth in the world. So he had his own view regarding the truth. So Swatantrika said there should be own view regarding the discussed matter or a truth. So Swatantrika and Prasangika is the main difference. You know it. So the pound and all these are here. Chandrakirti are here. You can read that. The very important thing is Nagarjuna's Vigraha Vivartani, one of the book written by Nagarjuna. He very clearly mentioned one important idea which favored to the Prasangika. If I have view to be proved, that is very nice sentence. If I have a view to be proved, it is not my fault, but I don't have such views. So I have no fault. So depend on that uh, sentence used by the Nagarjuna in his book called Vigraha Vivartani. Prasangika said no, Nagarjuna did not have his own view. Own view. So mm, so similar ideas can be found in the 30th sloka, 30th sloka of the chapter 24 also. That Nagarjuna has no view in the Madhyama Karika. Because Sarva Drushti Prahanaya Sadharma Desya. The Nagarjuna worship the Buddha because Buddha praised the Dhamma. Dhamma means Paticca Samuppada actually. To denote the meaning of that there is no ditti. Sarva Drushti Prahanaya. To destroy all the views. To destroy all the views. Buddha preached the Dhamma or Samuppada. So views, idea, self views. So Madhyamika or Nagarjuna did not have a view regarding the truth because Nagarjuna directly appreciated Buddha because Buddha preached the Dhamma to destroy the views. If one has his own view or own view regarding anything, it's not a Madhyamika. That is another important slogan was scholars use that Prasangika's idea is correct. Prasangika also use this. So other thing is Adilaya. Last time we discussed, no, Adilaya. This time I have sent you that translation of the 13th sloka of the 24th chapter by our Professor Kalupahana. Professor Kalupahana's translation I have sent you today. So you can read what I say here is correct or not, how he explained the term Adilaya. Term Adilaya means don't take Shunyata as a view or a ditti. For some people, because of the stress of the emphasis of the Shunyata as a very big concept, they take and they love to Shunyata. Shunyata, yeah, do it. Bhava means look into very happily. That is wrong. That is wrong. It means that don't take Shunyata as a Adilaya. Shunyata as a view or ditti. So actually this is don't take Shunyata as a positive concept. Positive concept. So that side also very favored to idea because he rejects. Shunyata is only a term just to say that there is no essence or entity or a identity or a atta. Atta. It's not a big concept. It's not a concept to be taken as a doctrine we should worship. or venerate or put in our head. Just a term like anatta, like anatta. So regarding these dedicated rivers, I suggest you to read or at least look around. I have sent you some Kalupana's translation with this email. So Inada, Inada's book is very good, and also Professor Kalupana's book. At least these two books you can read and understand is better. So here also Swatantrikas, how they look into this dedicated rivers, and they think that there is a own view of Nagarjuna regarding the truth, favor to their ideas, their ideas. So so here you see Samyak Dushti, Samyak Dushti. Sunyata or Parishamuppada take as a Samyak Dushti. They try to say that Nagarjuna had his own view, because Pratitya Samuppada is a right view. Sunyata is a right view. But view always rejected by the Buddha. So Prasanga said, no, if you have view, you have no, you are not a real Madhyamika scholar. Then Sautantrika said, no, he had the view that is called like Samyak Dushti. So this part is for to the place and supportive parts to prove the Sautantrika interpretation. So the Kalupahana, this translation I have already sent you. So Kalupahana, this book, and the Inada's book you have to read. So based on this dedicated verse, you can write one assignment. How this dedicated verse cause for the two divisions of Madhyamaka tradition called Prasangika and Swatantrika. I have already sent you the topic. So based on this, you have to little bit expand. I will tell you how to expand this. There are so many slokas which can help these two different views in the Mula Madhyamika Karika. As I said now here, you see, this is the this 30th sloka of the chapter 24. When you read these Kalupahana and Ninada's books, you can find such places. They have mentioned that sloka favored to that idea, this sloka favored to that idea. So inputting, adding those things, you can make it more, more bigger, if you want. But basically, you have to understand this and write in your assignment. So in your assignment, maybe 5 or 6 pages, try to write explaining these things. Don't write this as a bold form. I put here very for you to easy understanding. You have to make it like a assignment or essay, So this is very shortened form. We have to write it very detailed manner. If you can add another 2 persons idea here, more better. Sabatsky, Murthy, there are so many scholars have written books regarding Shunyata concept. And also my book, if you can find the library and read. I have also added some explanations regarding. No. This dedicated was I think I have not especially talked. So in my book, maybe you can't find that. My book is relevant to other topic. So here 4 pages. At least you can write 2 more pages. Can add this enough. 2 more pages can add this enough. So thank you very much. If you have questions, you can discuss with me now. Because you know that next week new teacher coming, so maybe you have no chance to question me through the internet or online. So if you have question regarding the exam or assignment or anything, please ask me. Anyone? No questions? No one want to ask question from me? It means you have understood the Sunyata concept very well, no? Nagarjuna's philosophy very well. Very good. Okay. Anyone want to ask? No. Another thing is, sometimes you email me. Maybe better you take printed assignment and bring to me to the office. Email one, maybe I can't. Not good for me. I have to put one file and slowly mark your assignments. So please bring your printout of your 2 assignments and give it to our office. That boy, the mark can take. That is the best way to take assignment for me. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor.